So much for that fucking moderate tag Joe Biden was supposed to be wearing. Oh, I'm a return to normalcy. No more malarkey. No more bifurcated bathrooms. Because day one, transgendered rights on sports and bathrooms is definitely something that needs to be addressing. Oh my god, the purity spiral of the left has no bottom, and we all know Biden's in search of one. Anyways, President-elect Joe Biden vowed to his supporters that on his first day in office he will begin removing any legal recognition of the two sexes by adopting pro-transgender policies. Yup. Oh yeah, he's such a moderate. Oh, he's the one. Oh, he's gonna be a return to normalcy. I will drive that into the ground for the next 4 years if I have to. Let's be clear. I'm sure 45 people probably retweeted it and it was probably a new record for him. I don't care. Let's be clear. Transgender equality is a civil rights issue of our time. Yep, exactly. Just right out of that KGB playbook about subversion. There is no room for compromise when it comes to basic human rights. Yes, conflating something that affects, 0.1% of the population with basic human rights? Exactly. You ask a regular transgender person, which is an oxymoron in and of itself, but mostly they just want to be addressed by whatever they are presenting as, okay? That's how it's been forever, but the activist crowd, the ones who think that they're supporting all of this transgenderism and a fucking move to be the most pure human being of all time, they're the ones that are actually pushing this goofy shit, but it's coming back full swing. Most of you probably remember that 2008 to 2016 period. Yeah, that'll make that look like just absolute child's play. Something that'll probably also be on the docket shortly. On his first day in office, Biden will reinstate the Obama-Biden guidance revoked by the Trump-Pence administration, which will restore transgender students access to sports, bathrooms, and locker rooms in accordance with their gender identity. He will direct his Department of Education to vigorously enforce and investigate violations of transgender students' civil rights. Well, it's going to be easier for some of those male to female transitions if they don't want to go through everything. All those mandatory mask policies that'll be coming in, you won't be able to see the new stubble that's coming in for the 6'4" power lifter that's going to be on the women's team. The Obama-era guidance dismissed the science of two biological sexes by allowing sex discrimination in Title IX, I want to throw up, of the Education Amendments of 72, to include discrimination based on suitors' gender identity, including discrimination based on a student's transgender status. Not discrimination, just fucking follow what you're presenting as. If you're going to go through all of that effort of, chopping off or putting in some tits and caving in your cock or pulling something out in order to create that little thumb to stand up and take a piss. You should be able to piss wherever the fuck you fit in, because that's what all of this is about, right? Oh, I don't feel right in my body and I need a new one. Well, you went through all that problem. Well, fucking go in with your crowd then. Whatever. This is not even the dumbest thing that Joe Biden did today. He unveiled a $1.9 trillion spending plan because, of course he did. Of course he did. I won't open the economy, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend money like it's fucking booming. President-elect Joe Biden unveiled a coronavirus plan Thursday that he claims will turn the tide on the pandemic. Yes, further destroying the middle class, speeding up the vaccine rollout. How? Are you going to start firing out of cannons? And providing financial help to individuals, states, and local governments and businesses struggling for the prolonged economic fallout caused by your governors, who you also appointed. And we'll probably get to that maybe tomorrow, who knows. The proposal reflects the priorities of Democrats spending more money on aiding state government schools and colleges than stimulus payments to individuals, because it'll trickle down, right, Joe? Yeah, exactly, fucking neolib. It also includes a minimum wage hike. Yep, that'll kill off any fucking small businesses that are hoping to come back. Okay, what is it, like half of businesses aren't going to be coming back, and then you're telling them that you're going to have to pay $15 an hour? Congratulations, no more middle class. Huge lower class, and then just your elites ruling up at the top. Fucking bravo. You did what it took the other neolibs and neocons fucking decades to accomplish, and you're doing it with one fucking bill. The proposal includes $350 billion in state and local aid, $170 billion for K-12 indoctrination camps, schools and institutions of higher education, direct payments of $1,400 to most Americans. I'm sure that they probably have to meet some fucking a shade of brown test before you get your payments. Costing around $320 billion, according to Breitbart's estimate. Enhanced unemployment benefits increased payments by $400 per week through the end of September. Yep. So why would you go back to your work when you can get subsidized by the government at a $400 delta? $50 billion for COVID-19 testing, yes, which you'll hear a whole lot less about after January 20th. Oh, more money for testing. Oh, there's a whole lot more tests there. Oh, Donald Trump should have done about that. Should have had all of those tests confirmed beforehand. Or however they're going to fucking spin it, whatever. $20 billion towards a national vaccine program. Why? The fucking infrastructure's already there. Raising the child tax credit. Yes, to $3,000 per child and making it fully refundable for 2021. Incentivize single motherhood. There you go. There you go, Black Lives Matter. You got your fucking wish. You didn't even have to meet with him. He's destroying the nuclear family. How terrific. The non-spending proposals include hiking the federal minimum wage to $15 per hour. That will kill everything, okay? That is the dumbest fucking idea ever, and it's reality, so it's not even an idea anymore, like Antifa. Just an idea. Now it's reality. Extending the eviction and foreclosure moratoriums until the end of September? Oh my God. Okay, yeah, so you can live in somebody else's place rent-free and they can't kick you out. An extended family leave. Why? You can't go to a fucking funeral of anybody who died. You have to make sure that you maintain social distancing and you can only have 10 people inside at all times because it'll get better over the summer and then it'll get worse in the winter and we'll just be in a never-ending fucking rolling lockout, or lockdown rather, sorry. Called the American Rescue Plan. Oh, you should have just called it the New Deal Part 2. It would amount to $1.9 trillion in spending. Despite the massive cost, the plan does not focus on creating jobs or set aside money for building American infrastructure. Of course it doesn't, because, oh, we'll just give you money. How are you going to make that money? Oh, I don't know, we'll tax people. Well, if nobody's working, how are you going to collect taxes? Profit. But wasn't that one of the points in the debate where Joe Biden said that his tax plan and my economic plan is going to create more than more jobs than Donald Trump's, and it's going to raise $1 trillion? Even though we took a look at that and everybody's getting their fucking taxes raised, and all of those jobs are just going to be government fucking shovel-ready jobs where you're paying in order to work so you can get a fraction of your money back, and then you're going to have to pay back into that, and it's just a loop, and you're just at the bottom of that Ponzi scheme, and you'll never reach the fucking top. So stupid. So fucking stupid. Those things will have to wait until a second bill that Biden says will introduce the changes. Will be introduced in February. It also includes measures his advisors say will combat climate change and advanced racial. Oh my God. Yep. Day one, transgender rights, because they're lacking any. Tell me which ones they're lacking. Oh, I can't go piss in a fucking woman's bathroom. Okay, I don't want to. I've seen them. They're fucking dirty. Women are fucking terribly dirty, okay? Let's just be completely honest, all right? Oh, let's see here. In an odd decision, when unemployment is extremely high among low-income Americans, the proposal shoehorns in the long-term Democratic policy aim of hiking the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Yep, and here's their breakdown as well. It's probably similar to mine. That is likely to make it harder for low-income Americans to find jobs, putting further strains on state budgets, funding employment benefits. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I tried to do something nice for my former boss, and I went to a McDonald's for like the first time in the better part of a decade, and it was such a weird thing. Okay, they've renovated them quite a bit since the last time I was in there. There were no cash registers. There were just screens, and you made your order on the screen. You waited for your number to be called, and you pick up your fucking coffee. I picked him up a coffee at this time because I'm kind of a nice guy. I rant and swear a lot, but at my heart, I'm kind of a nice person. And I have to tell you that because that's the sign of somebody who's nice. You have to constantly tell people that you're nice. That's the first time I brought it up, so fuck off. But I didn't see anybody there until the coffee was brought out to the counter. And that's what it's going to be like everywhere, because those jobs that were here in Grand Prairie, I don't know what the equivalent in your city would be, but they're about $10 tops. Probably start, I think, our minimum wage here is $10 or $11. I'm not too sure. I've been smart enough to not work for minimum wage for a very long time, so sue me. But that's going to happen everywhere. And then with everything else just being drugged down by the closures, and you don't think that's going to affect the big box stores as well. There's going to be fewer stalkers there. The night shift will just go kaplooey. It's just functionally retarded. There's no way to spin this as being good except for, all of those jobs, you guys can have a living wage, but you keep raising it up now, and then eventually, that's not enough to live because inflation works at every level at the same time. So that's another video topic for another time, how stupid this minimum wage increase is, but you'll be able to see it, well, in effect, as more calls for more dumb things are going to come through, and it'll pass through Joe Biden's dumb head with zero resistance because there's nothing between those ears that's going to put up any sort of a fight. This right here is going to extend this manufactured recession, potentially pushing it into a depression. And we're going to be living for the fallout for the next at least 4 years, probably 6, maybe 8. And I hazard to guess what the fucking February bill is going to look like. Because if it looks anything like this, we have about $20 billion allocated for disciplined focus on vaccination, on top of some $8 billion already approved by Congress, or $50 billion for expanded testing, or rather how it's still unclear how new administration will address the issue of vaccine hesitancy, because they'll just make it illegal not to have it. Because what's the Supreme Court going to do? They aren't fucking taking up any cases. They'll just go, oh yeah, I'm Jacobson. It's fine. And they'll just cite some fucking pseudoscience and just make it mandatory. So I have zero faith going forward. I thought I was a little bit of a downer in the first one. This package is fucking terrible. So whatever. Here's my advice to you guys. Get in shape and open up an OnlyFans. Thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.